Okay, want me to take you to the exit so you don't get lost in all these trees? You make your way toward the forest exit. By the time you make it out of the woods, Lanka has returned to her normal self. You explain that you're on a journey to help Laddie become a maiden and need the maiden's relic. Lanka tells you that the relic is proof of her maidenship and more precious than life itself, then promptly refuses to give it to you. However, in honor of you helping her on her nationally decreed mission, she agrees to accompany you to the spire. A maiden must always be benevolent, she says, her eyes shining with pride at her lofty position. Two fight as one. You escort Lanka and Krim to your vessel. I'm surprised it even floats, Lanka whispers. I never thought the deck would be stained in a maiden's blood, you think to yourself as the ungrateful words leave her mouth. As if sensing your murderous intent, Laddie looks at you and takes deep breaths, urging you to take your own. What a desolate place, Lanka murmurs. You suppose it is, especially compared to Alabaster City. You all stand before the altar, the Ivory Maiden and her attendant included. So what do we do here? Lanka asks. As if on cue, Lack begins chanting his mysterious chant. As the screams of Lanka and Krim fill your ears, you surrender yourself to the dazzling light. After passing through the altar and entering the heart's domain, neither the Ivory Maiden nor her attendant can contain their surprise. Lack, wise in the ways of this world, quickly briefs them on the situation. After digesting Lack's words, Lanka turns to Laddie and says, "Your heart is quite a dark place." Laddie hangs her head heavily, tears in her eyes. Your mission remains unchanged. Somewhere, there is a heart scar that must be healed. There's a heart scar to the west, Lack says. Trusting in his words, you head that way. Magnificent. Fortune favors the bold. Magnificent. You reach Burdenberg, a town rife with Laddie's woes. The residents here cannot help but hate those who lay bare their true feelings. As soon as you enter the town, your nose is assailed by a strange odor. It appears a muddy marsh has inundated the place. Don't hold back. You see a girl gleefully playing with the mud. Upon closer inspection, you recognize her as Fila, the Azure Maiden. When you introduce Fila to Lanka, the Ivory Maiden responds sardonically. "You seem to be having a lot of fun for a maiden," says the one who looks like she's itching to have a good time, Fila replies playfully. It appears she hit the nail on the head as Lanka's face reddens. "How dare you?" the Ivory Maiden shouts, though nothing more makes it out of her mouth. "Don't cause trouble." You hear a familiar voice. It sounds like the Azure attendant. Suddenly, Hyde appears, splashing around in the muddy marsh. Show 'em what you got. Fortune favors the bold. You see an old man gulping down the contents of a mud-filled cask. When he notices your party, he suddenly asks, "You young'uns up for a challenge?" Don't overdo it, you caution him, well aware of his age, when suddenly his fist comes flying at you. Despite his elderly appearance, he moves swiftly. He can easily hold his own against you, and your duel results in a draw. You've got a long way to go, the old man tells you, as he drinks mud from his cask. Fight him off. Excellent. Magnificent. Excellent. What should we do today? The man murmurs to himself as he uses mud to craft a human-sized doll. When you ask him what he's doing, he says that he doesn't have any friends, so he's making a mud buddy. Thinking it might get lonesome with the mud buddy as his only company, you decide to become his friend. The doll begins to wriggle and writhe before transforming into something that looks just like you. This is all possible thanks to the mud, he says cheerfully, happy to finally have a friend. To your surprise, The residents seem rather grateful to the muddy marsh at the town center. You decide that it may be worth investigating.